Hi, you guys. So welcome back to day 2 of Plan Like a Pro. I hope that day 1 wasn't too difficult. I don't think it was. And hopefully in the process of writing out and reviewing your big dreams that you were able to, tease out maybe some new stuff, some things that you weren't identifying with before. And just it felt good to get it down on paper. I'm a big fan of getting thoughts down on paper and really setting intentions with, it really helps to be able to set your intention on where you're actually going. And day 2 is all about getting a little bit more specific. So we are going to take our big dream and we're going to break it down and get a bit more specific. And the reasons why this is so important is that it really clarifies your target. Again, with a plan, you're going to know where you're going, and it's going to clarify your target. And without a target, then you're just flying blind. I worked in sales my whole life, and when I ran a sales team, we never had a month when we didn't have a target, and we broke it down. Every person had their targets. Every person had further broke it down what clients they were going to go chase after and what they needed to do and how many calls they needed to make. That is the level of detail that you really do need to take in order to achieve your goals. So again, don't be afraid. I'm gonna help you with this. So clarifying your targets on an annual basis, then on a monthly basis, weekly, daily, and then having a look. So that's what you're going to start with. Then I want you to, in parallel, have a look at what you're selling. So what do you have for people to buy? Are you coaching? Are you selling a product? Are you I don't know what else? Because you could have a physical thing that you're selling. You go to markets. You sell online. You are a course creator. You are in multi-level marketing and you sell skincare, whatever it might be. I want you to get really, really clear or review what it is that you're selling, because some people find they have too much that they're selling and some people find they have too little, or it might be just right. So I want you to think then if there is an opportunity to with your existing programs or existing toolkit, is there any new stuff that you would like to introduce for 2020? So is there anything that you would like to sell in addition to what you're already selling, and can you? And listing that out and writing that out for yourself is really, really important so that you can plan for it. And then thinking about the activities. So what activities for each goal do you need to do to accomplish it? So starting a brainstorming session of the list of activities that you can take part in yourself to accomplish your goals. Now, there's a fair bit of content here that I'm giving you. There's a fair bit of information and ideas. This all doesn't just transpire in a day. And again, I work for weeks with clients and pulling together strategic plans, but these are all ways of taking going from your big idea to your specific targets and breaking it down. And these are the steps that you need to take. And some people are really good at doing this. Some people are not so good at doing this and need hand-holding and need help and need accountability and need brainstorming and somebody and bouncing ideas off of. And that's the stuff that I love doing. So I can help. So once you do break it down, a big one that a lot of people avoid doing are the financial targets. So if you want to make, let's say one of your targets is making $5,000 a month, then I ask you, how are you going to make that $5,000 a month? What does that mean in terms of number of courses sold, number of products that you need to turn over? To sell those, let's say 5 courses that you need to sell, how many sales calls do you need to then make, or how many leads do you actually need in order to convert that? And getting some information on your conversion is important. When you speak to 5 people, how many buy? 1, 2, 5, that will tell you your conversion levels and the percentage of people that are going from a cold to a medium to a hot lead or to a hot prospect. And that will tell us how many calls you need to make and what actions you need to take each day and each week in order to accomplish your goal. So that's the breakdown. That's the funnel that we need to take in order to get specific. Again, don't let that overwhelm you. Start small, start clarifying your targets on an annual basis, and go from there. So the activity that I want you to do today is just get specific about your target for 2020. So take your big dream and start to flesh it out. And think about how you're going to get there. Think about how some of those things that I've just gone through, the how, the activities, the numbers behind it. Again, you're not going to accomplish it all in one day, but if you start that train of thought, that will help you for when we're done the challenge and you can go back and do that, or and just get started. Like I said yesterday, there's a giveaway. So if you go onto my Facebook page and make a comment on day 2 about how you're going to achieve your goals. So you don't need to tell us your financial targets if you want to. Beautiful, because sometimes putting it out into the world and putting it out into the universe is part and parcel of actually getting there, because once you say it, you start to believe it yourself. So be specific if you want to, but if you only want to kind of share what it is that you're going to be doing to get there, then that's equally as important. And what hopefully will happen is, if you are a little bit stuck, that other group members and other people within the page, myself included, can kind of help you, and we can collaborate together to kind of help you with some ideas on how you can get to those goals, and some specific things that you can take away from the challenge. So I hope that is succinct. Go back and listen to it again if you need to, because there's might be terms in there that you're not familiar with, and that's okay. Don't let that overwhelm you, because you can find out. You can ask the question. There's no question that is too dumb, because I've Googled all sorts of things in the past, gone, oh, I heard that it feels like I should know what that is, and gone and Googled it, and you can find out. But that's also what I'm here for, to help you with. So have a beautiful day, Tuesday, depending on when you're listening to this, and I'll see you guys all again tomorrow.